telling you right now, this Wednesday, Jared Kripke, Big Whiskey of OVW, is going to be on Nice Guy Andy podcast. You know it's true when the Los Dragon D Credenza tells you that's true. You see, making big moves, ain't you, Andy? And you know who you have to thank for it? Me. Not Superfan, not anyone else, not yourself. Me. You see, Jared Kripke, I'm a fan of yours, actually. I remember when you were in Mexico, you had some tequila, and that pleases me greatly because that is my drink of choice when I'm with my 40,000 women. And Superfan is jealous of the success. He is jealous, and that is why he had to get onto the podcast. But that's okay. That's okay. Because he's never held a championship like I have. He's never held a championship like you have. He's never done anything like you have. So Jared Kripke, when you're on the show, just let everyone know I'm a fan of yours. And if anyone could, leave a comment to him. Tell him that the Los Dragon D Credenza appreciates him. Tell him that I sent you there. Tell him that it was all about me and how I do it. So people, show him some love. Otherwise, you let me down. And we don't want that now, do we? We don't want to let down the Dragon D Credenza. Oh, no, you don't. You see, I love this podcast. I watch this podcast. I may not like two of the people that's on this podcast, Sean and Johnny, but this is the podcast that I watch. This is the podcast that I love. This is the podcast that I sit down and I retire to. This is the podcast that excites me. This is the podcast that gets my blood flowing. This is the podcast that gets the Los Dragon D Credenza going. So please, people, do yourself a favor. Go on to this show. Tell them that I sent you. Show Jared Kripke some love. And just remember, next week's June 22nd, Anthony Presley and Aaron Rose is going to be joining the Nice Guy Andy podcast in the studio. Oh, yeah, it's true. It's true. And Anthony Presley and Aaron Rose, I like both of y'all. You earned my seal of approval. So please, understand that we are not playing around. So please, understand that the dragon that is me, Los Dragon D Credenza, appreciates who's coming on to the show Wednesday night. Woo! Tell Jared Kripke that I sent y'all. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know that I'm the one that sent you. And oh yeah, don't forget, my El Champiano, he still has his belt too. The Nice Guy Andy Podcast Media Championship, the green belt. Jared Kripke, maybe one day you might get in on that action. Maybe any one of them will. But just so you know, my El Champiano will be needing that championship because it is his lifeblood. It is his everything. It is everything to him. And when a championship matters that most, just know he'll do anything to get it back. So tune in Wednesday, 8 p.m. Nice Guy Andy Podcast. And make sure that you tell Jared Kripke that I sent you there. That I made it possible. That I sent everyone there. Nice Guy Andy Podcast. Yeah!